season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start. Herbert to throw right away. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Isaiah Likely. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Taken at the goal line. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson. Here's Jackson on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The Chiefs at 3-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Search Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson got Dobbs over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson steps away. This one is caught. It's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Jackson will keep it, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st down, they're going option left. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Jackson now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Murray. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others?
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This is caught. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chargers have moved out in front. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. There he goes, left side. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this. And they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block.
That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that. And a crazy situation we just saw there. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That one caught by Felton. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his left. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They go play action now. Jackson. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Real quick.
Play action. Now Jackson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, it's Herbert. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So thanks to the late field goal, past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's going to be taken in by Felton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's the option. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
If he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His back.
Safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Bass is good, and they have regained the lead. So they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Herbert on third down now. And that almost intercepted. First pick of the game right there, but at least it does get him to fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Rager. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just inside 35. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down plays. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Real quick.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw again is Jackson. Got Dobbs over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Herbert now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Complete to Likely. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert on 1st down now. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he stopped immediately there.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Herbert back to the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Azeez Ojulari from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Herbert. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Throwing, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert going to throw. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now Herbert. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. McLaughlin for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jackson to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's the game of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Second down, Felton. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defense.